Good. Hello. Good evening. I always say good morning and good afternoon. How are you today? It is time for Real Talk, Real Solutions with Dr. Anana, and I am so happy that you have joined us. As you come into the room, I just want to welcome you into this space, a safe space, a place where we can have real dialogue as a woman of dialogue. My name is Dr. Anana Pfeiffer-Darrell-Holm, and I am your woman and youth civility practitioner. Now, here's the thing. You might say, what is a practitioner? What really is that? I'm glad you asked. See, a practitioner is a person that actively engaged in the art and the discipline of doing something professionally, right? And for me, I would say that I actively engage in the art of civility. Civility, working, training, mentoring girls and women around the world. And this is just a part of, just a piece of me where I could come and share, and not even just share my own experiences, my own training, my own encouragement, but I have the opportunity to bring some amazing folks along with me. And as you're listening, even during the replay, please make sure you engage with us. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Give me your name, what state, city, country you are watching, but more importantly, I want you to feel welcome. I want you to feel welcome because it's time for what? Real talk, real solutions. And I tell you what, I'm wrapping up a season. This is the kickoff of our season 2 for Real Talk, Real Solutions. This is the kickoff. We are back for season 2. And here's the thing, as we close, we've been celebrating Women's History Month the entire month. And I felt like what better way to end the month with this 3-day series of the WWE. If you're watching, put that in the comments. WWE. What is that? You keep asking the question, I'm going to keep giving you the answer. It is women winning with excellence. How about that? Women winning in excellence. And what I've been doing the past 2 days is featuring women who are doing just that. They are winning against the odds. We all know, going through the pandemic, social injustice, things that are going on around the world. But here we are. I have the opportunity to work with and to highlight some women that are winning. They are against the odds. They are winning. And they're not just doing it, but they're doing it with excellence. And when I looked up the word excellence, here's the thing. Excellence means with greatness, right? They are doing it the best. They are doing it. And I love this. The fact is, even when it looks like a loss, even when it feels like a loss, they know and realize that it actually is a win. And they are winning. So this is the last day of the WWE. And if you've watched the first 3 days, if you haven't, I encourage you to go back and listen to day 1, day 2. And now this is the grand finale. I have an amazing guest that's going to speak with you tonight. And I can't wait for you to hear from her and for me to hear from her. So listen, as you're watching, comment, like, share, right? That's all you got to do. When you come in the room is to comment, like, and share, because the nugget, right? The one thing that your takeaway can actually be the breakthrough for someone else. So I encourage you to make sure that you like, comment, and share. And then when you've done it, say, I've shared the broadcast, Dr. Anana. I love it. I love it. But before we get into our guest today, I just wanted to share something with you as we end it all. I wanted you to take a look at this right here. Do you see this? Yeah, you see this? I know it's a sweet potato, right? Call it a yam, right? Good evening, Dr. Betty Speaks. Thank you for joining us tonight, right? And then you see this one here? What's this? Yeah, type it in the comments. We got a sweet potato called a yam, right? Depends on where you come from. And then we have a banana. Everybody knows a banana. The nice, pretty banana, right? And so I reminded, I was on following, I think her name is Zinga. Let me make sure I have her name right. And she has the Unique Greatness podcast. And she was talking about the difference in comparing yourself, comparing a banana to a potato. So I have a sweet potato because that's really what I eat. I don't really deal with white sweet potatoes. So I have a sweet potato in the house. But when you look at this sweet potato, you see some bruises, some flaws, Right. So some things have happened to this potato, right? It would look sometimes like, what? I see a nick here, I see a nick here, a bruise here, right? It's not as perfectly shaped, right? But then you look at the banana, oh, nice curvy shape, the color is right? And a lot of times we compare the two, right? And you do it. I do it. It's natural. We do this comparison, especially for women. But let me tell you the difference, right? A banana sits high, it grows high up on a tree, right? But this sweet potato, it grew down in the dirt, right? It grew in some dark places in the soil, right? And so there's a difference in even the environment, correct? So a lot of times we'll compare ourselves to someone else, right? But not knowing that you had to go through some things. You had to go through, they say, I got it in the mud. You guys ever heard that song? That you might have to go through some hard, some dark places, but it really develops you. This is tough right here. You see, I'm squeezing this sweet potato, and if I squeeze this banana, it's gonna be a mess. This banana gonna bust open. It can't take the pressure of this sweet potato. So I want to make sure you, as women that are watching Moms on a Mission, that you don't compare yourself to somebody up looking high, looking pretty, but ain't really been through nothing. Y'all know, right? But you being that sweet potato. And the one thing even about this sweet potato, right? This sweet potato, even though it's hard and bruised, but it's good on the inside, right? This sweet potato can withstand the heat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If we put this sweet potato in the oven, right, 400 degrees, this sweet potato gets even better. It gets softer. It gets developed. It tastes even sweeter, right? If I put this sweet potato even in boiling water, it even gets better. It develops. We can cut it open. We can eat it. We can mash it. It has so many more uses, right? And it develops even through the heat. So my little tip today, before we get to our speaker, is let's not compare. There's no comparison. Are you of the sweet potato? And not just the potato, but the sweet potato or the banana. Because see, the banana get bruised. It can get discolored. Well, nobody want that. But we understand that this potato has some uses. This potato that came through the mud, came through the dirt. And if I put it in some hot water, when I put it in some heat, it's going to be good. So listen, ladies, Moms on a Mission, all my blessed girls out there, we're not going to compare no more, right? You know who you are. You know who you are. And as I say, you are flawed by design. And it's time for you to walk by faith and embrace your flaws. That's my little tip for the day. I just had to open that with you, as we were ending the WWE. All right, y'all got that? All right. So let me move on. Just a quick visual. I'm a person that learns by singing things. I love the visual things, but that one thing I want you, we no longer comparing ourselves as women, right? As young ladies, there's no more comparing, because we've all gone through our own challenges, our own dark places. And tonight, I'm grateful that I have an amazing woman that is going to share. She's going to speak to you tonight. And she's someone that, I can say that I've admired from afar. I had the opportunity to watch her, right? To learn about her. And there were so many things that were similar, right, about our experiences. And I can say really within the past year or so, we were able to come together and to connect and support one another. And through that, when they say iron sharpens iron, we learned some of the things that were common to us, common to our experience. And even through the pandemic, we've been able to really support one another, encourage one another, pray for one another. And I'm grateful for it. So without further ado, let me just tell you about this amazing WWE feature tonight, right? Her name is Dr. Louisa Akaiso. She is a certified master civility trainer. In common. She's a chaplain. She's an author of several books, an image expert, Audacity Igniter, and a LeadHERship Expert with JOHN Maxwell team. She's certified as a Maxwell Method of DISC human behavioral consultant and a global priority solution specialist for the roundtable method of leadership and values. Dr. Louisa serves on the President's Advisory Committee of the JOHN Maxwell team. She has been privileged to accompany Dr. JOHN Maxwell and 250 transformational coaches from different countries at the request of the country's presidents, to conduct transformational leadership trainings in Costa Rica. She was recently named one of the 4 42 outstanding women in Africa by New Africa. Come on, y'all. She has received 2 honorary doctorates with 2 prestigious universities in humane letters and humanity based on her commitment to catalyze change globally. And she is also certified and recognized as the stateswoman with the I Change Nations USA for International Affairs. And we're not even done yet. She has a heart for serving women and girls, and she does this through several platforms. She anchors several initiatives, such as the Unquenchable Woman, the Mama Jama Diaries, the LeadHERship Refined, and she is also the founder of Civility of the Girl Child Initiative, which I have had the pleasure of serving and working with her with, which is an incredible initiative, and is celebrated on October 13th every year as the International Civility for the Girl Child Day. Okay? If she hasn't done enough. And the mission is built on the concept of the golden rule: civility, image, and leadership. It is a day where every girl child should be encouraged to find her voice, to embrace her flaws. There we go, back to that sweet potato, and develop the capacity to lead others unapologetically with her girl power. She was recently been appointed as a World Peace Ambassador with a multicultural background. She works confidently with leaders from around the world who place foremost importance on themselves and their reputation. Dr. Louisa is the recipient of World Civility Day I Change Nations African Woman of the Year 2020. She is also the recipient of the Trailblazer Award for the Golden Rule Civility Institute and named Oprah of Civility by Sir Clyde Rivers. Listen, would you guys welcome to the stage, welcome to the broadcast today, Dr. Louisa, welcome. Glad you're here.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I was kind of asking, who is she talking about?
Who did all that? You see?
Sis, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's so great to be here.
Amen. I'm so super excited and blessed that you are here because, again, just even reading your bio, we know that you are a woman, not even just, of action, right? You are a woman that I know your schedule you keep it going. You keep things happening, right? And you are always being a leader and leading by example. So I thank you today for being here and coming to serve, right? And also, I like to say that there's something about, real talk, but real solutions. And I know when you come to the forefront, when you come to the platform, you're bringing solutions. You are coming and really here to have an impact on those that are watching and those that will be listening as well. So I'm grateful for that.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who is watching. And I'm looking forward to an amazing time tonight.
Yes. So you know what? We're wrapping up Women's History Month. It's been an incredible month. And even I'm thinking about it, even because we always have to know in the current state that we're in, around the world, right, that women are affected, women and children, right? We know this globally are affected at a higher rate negatively by the pandemic and by the things that's going around in the world. So being here to be able to talk and offer solutions to women, more importantly, as we close this month, is so important. So I'm glad you're here. We've gone through the pandemic. We're still working through it, right? We've been able to support one another. I think we've gotten closer, right, through this time of learning about each other and some of the challenge that we faced. So just thinking about celebrating the month and ending it, but also definitely looking for more and greater things. If you want to just open up a little bit about, the theme WWE, Women Winning in Excellence, and really going through some of the challenges we've been facing in this current climate. I'll turn it over to you.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Anana, for the work that you do. And of course, the feeling is mutual. I love the work that you do. I love your energy, your passion, your love for the girl child. Yes. That is powerful. And thank you. Thank you for just using your voice and giving the voiceless a voice, really. Because that's what you do. You just finished up a conference recently,
Yes.
and that was amazing. So, guys, like I told you, tonight is going to be different. I am so excited to be here tonight. And I love the theme. I love everything that Dr. Anana is doing with this program, the women that are winning in excellence. I'm thinking, oh, am I winning with excellence? But I also love the illustration about the potato and the banana. I really love that because every one of us somehow is broken in some kind of way. And so when I look at the potato, it gives me hope. It kind of makes me feel that there are other people that like me. So we could listen to this wonderful bio. Thank goodness to God. Guys, I'm going to be talking about God. So I hope you're comfortable with that because that's the principles that I live by. I would be nowhere without God, I must say. But this woman who you're seeing today did not begin from here. I'm going to share a little bit about who I am and my story, and so that you can get to appreciate anything that we're doing here, and just so that it can inspire someone to know that if I could, or if I can, then you can. I'm going to be talking about a woman who was this beautiful woman who was somewhere in Africa, who was married, life was going so well for her. And before you knew what happened, something happened in her life and she literally moved back to ground zero. Her husband left. Her wall got crumbled. She dropped her pursuit for her destiny or greatness. The only thing that brought her joy was her children. She had lost her voice and her place in a male-dominated environment where she lived in. She was literally struggling and surviving. Now, I want you to know that there are so many women today who are listening to me, who are walking around, who are broken vessels, who, because of one event in their lives, have forgotten their path. They've forgotten where humanity wanted them to do. They've forgotten what God had planned for them to be, to become. And this woman I'm talking about tonight is my mom. My mom's path, with everything that she went through, she had only girl kids. And in Africa, a woman with only girls had no voice. And then, of course, the second thing was the part that she was now divorced. That even made things worse. She could not be on decision-making tables. But the experience that she had and the experience that I had growing up in such an environment whereby sometimes you wanted to say something and all you had was shh, your voice could not be heard, pushed me to promise that no woman will come in contact with me and ever lose themselves. No woman will come in contact with me and have to go back and be broken and leave their path. I promised myself that I will use everything in me. I will use every platform, every opportunity that I'm given to push women, to help them ignite the fire inside of them to pursue a path, pursue an impact-driven life, connect their dots in order to experience a life that may have seemed impossible. And so that's where I came from. So, yes, we're talking about women, and the conversations has been interesting on women in leadership, women taking the front lines, women stepping forward to do more. But I think that we must shift focus to women getting ready to build and recover other women. There are so many women who are not at the same level of awareness as you. And so if you're listening to me tonight, my sister, my mother, I don't know where you're joining us from, it's time for you to look behind you, just like Maya Angelou says, that when I stand, I do not stand as one, but I stand as 10,000, knowing that the 9,999 people behind you, you have to be focused on helping them to pull back their broken pieces. Because if we had the right set of women around my mom at that time, she wouldn't have lost herself to go back to ground zero. And that's why I cannot stop having this conversation. I cannot stop pulling women, whoever that I see beside me, and I encourage you to do the same. So in as much as we're so excited about women stepping into the front lines and in leadership, ladies, I come to you with something new tonight. And of course, I'm going to allow my sister, Dr. Anana, to come up to speak to us before we continue with that, because it is important for women to step into leadership. But the point is, how are we going into leadership? We have to demystify what leadership means for women.
Yeah.
Because if women do not shift from positional to a place of service, women in leadership can never be effective and achieved. We will continue to go around in circles. And let me tell you, no one is going to give it to us on a platter of gold. We have to fight for it. And how can we fight for it? By using impact and influence and a heart of service. Over to you, Dr. Anana.
Okay, look right there, sis. You said so much, and I want to make sure that even our audience understand really of us being leaders, and especially even on a global platform, right? That you have to know and understand, because those that are here in North America, right? We take a lot for granted, right? And especially even when it comes to women's rights, right? So we're talking about the sustainable goals and things like that there are places in the world now that a woman cannot, drive a car. A woman cannot get a driver's license. She cannot own a home, own land, right? So I just want to even add that perspective into it, that is still happening today. That women are still, really subservient to men in a lot more places than you can even imagine, right? So that, like you're saying, that's even more encouraging, more, implorable for us to stand up, to be the leaders and to be the voice. So that's the first thing that I want to make sure that we, really touch on and explain. I don't know if you want to deal with that a little bit more, and even your background and where your mom is from, like let them know, a bit about that first.
Yes, of course. So my mom is African. She was African. She's late today. And so she was of African descent. And in Africa, like I mentioned to you, if you have just the girl child, you have no voice. It's taken from you. It's like power is taken from you. That's it. You cannot make decisions. Nobody listens to you. And so my mom had to work harder, twice harder than every other woman to be heard. She had to serve more. She had to be on the front line. She had to do a lot. She had to step in, she was a principal, she was an educationist. And so she had to use that to change people's lives. And so that's something that we're going to talk about today, Dr. Anana, because, I'm so passionate about this topic and where we should be going with women, because I have been seeing a lot of posts, and I don't think I'm concerned about how unhealthy the approach of those posts are. We are also excited about Kamala Harris. We're also excited about Ngozi Iweala and all of these great women who are stepping up, but we fail to check and look at their history. Where are they coming from? What have they done? They didn't just wake up and arrive at the front. And that that's what is leading to what I have for you today, which is the new prototype of women.
Yes. Yes.
I came with a gift. Ladies, we cannot, the same woman that was here before COVID is not the woman that will finish up post-COVID. So you need to change it. You need to restructure. You need to move things around. You need to reinvent you. And so when we talk about leadership for women is still very new. But leadership must come from resilience to recovery. And I'll explain why. We have been broken. We have been shattered. You know, the old paradigms of women hasn't been anything that has been favorable for us. But the pandemic has given us an opportunity to do what? To be able to weave the new world that we want. And so that's the conversation we've been having, even with the United Nations from last week, talking about women in leadership post-COVID. What is expected of us? Yes, we're excited. It's the year of the woman. I saw my sister Eileen, post here. She said, "This is the decade of the woman." Yes, it is. But what do we need? We need to pack up our baggage. We need some tools and strategies for us to be able to succeed in a place of leadership post-COVID. And that's the new prototype of women. A woman who is on a pursuit for more. A woman who is focused on impact, because the old paradigms of women has been closed. COVID shut everything down. So the actual new post-COVID woman must be a different woman who is focused on changing the world of every woman around her, who is focused on stepping into what she was created to do, who is focused to use the gift that was given to her purpose, and step up to do more. It must be a woman who is concerned about recovering other women. And that woman is called the originalists, because we were created with an original intent to do what? To give birth, to nurture, to put things together. Yes, women were created as leaders. We shouldn't be looking for leadership. But we left that path. We started doing other things. We began to fight with ourselves. It is time for us to change things around. And that's what the new prototype of women is all about. A woman who has an agenda, who is a visionary, who is not afraid to be the first. So if you think that you want to attempt leadership, what do you have in your hands? From resilience to recovery. Why? Because it's important for us to be able to recover other women, move from me to we. It's not about you anymore. And so if you're trying to go to the front line, if you're trying to go to the top, how are you taking on the other women with you? So leadership here has got to be collective. We must be able to do what? Win together. We have to change the narrative. How do you define leadership for you? You know, we are so excited about this year. It's the year of the woman. But how many women are ready to get to the front line and build tables for other women that are going to be inclusive? You see, when we try to go to the front line, there is so much resistance on the women. But if we have environments that are already inclusive, then we don't need to struggle. So I encourage a lot of women who are listening to me right now to be able to move forward, because this new prototype of a woman brings about responsibility. It brings about collectivism. It brings about a woman who is community focused. She wants to do a lot more. So she views leadership as an access point whereby she can reach others.
She can fight for others. She's not just fighting for herself, because what we've had in years past is women who get into the room or get on the table and shut the door from other women. So we have to change things around. So I'm sorry that this conversation, you might have thought I'm just going to be here inspiring people and encouraging you, but we have to begin to have those difficult, and that's why it's called real talk. Real talk. We have to have those difficult conversations where we can begin to move from just surviving to thriving. Begin to look deep into ourselves, to unleash that inner strength inside of you, to unleash the audacity that is within you, because we have the power. But what are we doing with the power that we have? So I'm sick and tired of women saying things like, you know what, I'm waiting for a seat at the table. Ma'am, you already are sitting on a table. Some of us are sitting on a table with our children. Some of us are sitting on a table of wives, are sitting on a table in the church, are sitting on a table in the community. But my question for you is, that table that you found yourself, have you been able to amplify your voice high enough that is impacting someone's life before you look for the next table? So this is real talk, ladies. This is real talk. It's Women's History Month. I do not want to come back next year having the same conversation trying to push us. The world has given us the attention. What are we doing with the attention now?
That's good.
What are you using your platform for? What are you using your voice for? Begin from where you are. Use your pain, your story as a stepping stone. That you can change someone's life and unlock those who are bound. When you stand, you are not alone. There are so many women whose destinies are connected to you. So until you say yes, until you're ready to do what you should do, those women will perish. So I'm here speaking to women and saying that we cannot come back next year again and continue this conversation because we are busy competing with each other. And so this new prototype of women is not interested in competition, but embraces collaboration. Is not interested in demoting the woman next to her, but she's focused on lifting others up.
Yes.
So the focus is different. It's about carrying everyone around. The focus is different. A woman who is able to coexist and work with men. The focus is different. We should stop saying things, oh my goodness, it's a man's world, and so we just want women to do their thing. I don't want a world that is just women. It's going to be boring. We must be able to work with men. That's the only way we can win. And so, I've had a chance to work with so many women in different parts of the world, in places of leadership. And I find that when women focus on service, the men will not fight you because you're there to impact. And that's right in the Sustainable Development Goals. You're there to lift each other up. You're there to help to activate the voice of other women. And so that breaks the stereotype. It breaks the imposter syndrome. It breaks seeking for validation. It breaks the feeling of I'm not good enough. Your focus is different. So as we continue this conversation, and I allow my sister to come back, I'm sorry that I'm so passionate about this. I want the women to begin to think differently. I don't want you listening to me and it's another high moment, but I want you to take something away to know that you are responsible for every woman that is connected to you. Over to you, Dr.
Ooh, sis, powerful. And to feel your passion and your conviction. I don't know who is watching, and to not want to move to action, it's palpable. It's palpable. And I hope you're seeing some of the comments, and we see Ellen is here. Is it Monique? You know, they're saying, yes, it's so true. No competition with our original stories, that this is such a blessing. So I hope you even see that the comments live out loud, because you speaking this thing, but you live this thing. And I love when you say impact driven life. Like, ask yourself every single day, how am I going to impact someone else? How am I going to be a blessing? How am I going to be the change agent that I've been called to be? You know, we just even talked about this tonight. You know, it's so easy to get caught up in your own stuff. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, we get tripped up in everything that's going on, and that's good. Like, I understand that, right? We get caught up, and I feel like that's what the enemy does, right? But really, it's not about you, because if you can shift the focus off of you, like you were saying, and begin to really serve and see, God, what is your will for me today? Who am I to serve? Who am I to impact, right? Yeah. Then we'll see just a shift, because if you're doing it, then I'm doing it. Then Margie's doing it. Then Arlene is doing it, right? Then we'll see all around the world, community to community, around the globe, that we will see a shift. Yeah. We will see a shift. And this is just incredible, because when you talk about the prototype, right, and just the ability of vision and not being afraid, you all speak in power words. You know what I mean? Like, we talk about really empowerment, but we speak in real powerful for you to say, like, this is the vision that I see. This is what I know that can happen in my community. This is what can happen, you know, right locally and things like that. Like, it really is empowering, right, for us to do this. And it's just so key. There's so many things that you were sharing and speaking about. And I thought about, like you said, about Kamala Harris. We see, even when we're talking about the WWE, but I want women to see themselves as the champion. See yourself as the prototype, right? Let me look within, because I have the power to change. I have the power to be better, right? And I think Kamala Harris, she always talks about her mom and what her mom would say to her. And she said, listen, don't sit around and complain about things, but do something. Right? And she always remembered that. What am I going to do to change this? So it's just incredible. Absolutely, absolutely incredible. Resilience to recovery of the originalist. That's a good one. You know, because again, back to this, you know what I mean? Right? I want to look like the banana, but no, I'm this potato here. Like, this is how God made me. Let me accept that and be the best me that God has called me to be in this time, in this season. This is good. This is good, sis. This is good. Absolutely. And you know what? The focusing on service is key. Yes. It's really, really key. I think we were even talking about that last night too, even about the women and single women. And listen, but when you're doing what God told you to do, you know what I'm saying? You got to be busy about his business, right? And what you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, God will fill in the rest, right? So that about service is good. And so, talking about, you know, the sustainable development goals, leadership is the access point. Like, that's just the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, God puts you in these positions. He opens these doors, right? For you to do what? To open the doors for the next, right? To be the one. And that's what we're talking about. And that's what you do. That's what you do, sis. So I just wanted to chime in. I was seeing some of the comments. I'm going to show some more of them. But this is good. This is good. This is good. This is next level.
And you know, sis, this is like, you know, really disrupting women's way of thinking, women's paradigm. You know, every woman, you know, the average woman is constantly waiting for someone to give them permission to be great. This is the permission.
You're real. That's real.
This is the permission that you can be great. The originalist understands that every woman can be with the original, authentic self.
Yes.
The originalist is what you're doing in your show. Women of civility. The original is concerned with people's treatment. We learn to love ourselves. And so when you're not yet a voice, but you are an echo. So Dr. Anana is doing something. I don't have a platform yet, but I'm an echo helping to amplify the voice that she has. If women can work together, nobody can break us apart. So we don't need to be fighting other people. There are things that we need to fix. And how I was talking about, how can you lift others? How can you lift other people up? Lift to educate, lift to entrepreneurship, lift for equity, lift for climate change. How can you lift to empower? When you think about being an originalist, it helps you revive those values that were lost. Because all you're thinking about is, how can we win collectively? It's about my sister's business. So it's time for women to begin to work differently. You know, the world has torn us down, and, you know, recovery here, sis, is sustainable recovery. Because I don't want someone going away from the session thinking about, oh, how can I recover from what has happened to me? Because women, listen, if we look at what has been happening to women, the template that has been given to us wasn't good. So I'm not talking about recovering the pain or recovering the abuse or recovering the discrimination, but I'm talking about recovering all other women that are around us, looking around, who needs my help? Who was I called to be? Just like you talked about, who was I called to be? Who am I created in this world to do? What's the work that I'm supposed to be doing? And using that, yes, you went through pain. Yes, you might feel broken, but because you came out victorious, you have the cure.
That's it. Just stop right there. You have the cure. Put that in the comments, right? That right there. Sis, come on. You know what? And I feel like, and again, dealing with that pandemic, the time that we can, the time is now. We have endured so much, right? Losing jobs and working from home and having to take care of the children and having to do more with less, right? I mean, it's just so many things. Like, the time is now. You are the cure. We have endured so much. My goodness. I mean, just the loss of, just loved ones and so many different things, right? But the answer is in you. You have endured it. You here today. If you're watching this, you're listening to this broadcast, look within for the answers. A lot of times we look out, and like you said, that permission, that's a big one. I remember sometimes in some of the sessions, I got to have the woman fill out a permission slip. You now know what you want to do. You know what God told you to do. Now you write that permission slip, and I'm gonna sign it with you. You now have permission to be the originalist. How about that? You now have permission to be the prototype. You now have permission to be who and God told you to be. So yeah, you be the cure. That's what we're talking about. Real talk, real solutions. Now you saying, sis, it ain't looking outward, but you be the solution.
Yes, and it's inside of you. The greatness lies inside of you. We have to begin to look in and find that power, that uniqueness, that greatness is inside of you, sis. You don't need anybody's validation. You can't be seeking validation from people who are not even validated themselves. Why? We must continue to advocate lifting each other up. Advocate the rise of the rights of women. Advocate how we can support each other. There's something inside every one of us. Every one of us has got a vision, has got a gift, has got a purpose. So the question is, how can you align what you have to a solution that the world needs today?
That's good.
That's where true leadership lies. How can you align it? Find ways. Post-COVID has messed the world up. We lost the world we had before. It's gone. We have a new world right now. And so it's given birth to abnormalities all over the place. We have severe problems that you and I are complaining about every single day. So how can your message become a signature solution for what is happening in the world? That's what I need the women to begin to think about. Wherever that you find yourself, the time is now. Begin from where you are. It's not about being, sometimes women are like, oh my goodness, I don't think I can afford this. I don't think I can do this. Listen, use your voice. I don't care if you're a hairdresser. My question is, are you the best hairdresser in your city? You can change lives doing hair.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe women who are victorious from cancer.
Yes. That's it.
Who have lost themselves.
Yes. Yes.
And you begin to beautify them. You just change their lives.
Yes.
Every one of us has got a gift. So do not let one event in your life get you to lose yourself, lose your voice, lose the kindness that is within you. Leadership is not about being glamorous and all of that, but how are you making a difference in your sphere of influence? How are you making a difference? We have to be able to shift. The COVID has forced us out of normal. We must be ready to rethink, reimagine. Yes, you might not have everything together, but you can restructure, move all the parts around. Look at what the world needs. Look at how you can solve world problems and use what you have to do a lot more. So my question for you, ladies that are watching me today, my sister, my mother, wherever you're joining us from, how can you use what you have? How can you use the tool in your hands? How can you use your voice? Sister Eileen, how can you use your voice? And you're already doing that. Monique, how can you use your voice? How can you use everything you have, your platform? You have the social media, that's access for you, that's free access. How can you use that to impact the lives of others next to you? I know you might have gone through pain. I know you might have felt like you're broken. Some women have felt broken just from childbirth. They felt they were never beautiful again. Some people were broken because of abuse or discrimination, or they felt like their voice wasn't heard in the workplace. And when you became victorious, what did you do with it?
Come on.
How are you treating your sister? How are you being your sister's keeper? If women can hold themselves together, nobody's going to abuse us. Nobody's going to abuse us. Nobody's going to beat us down. No one is going to tear us down. But we fight ourselves. We begin to box ourselves and compartmentalize. Oh, you know what? She's not the same as me. We're different skin color. I'm from a different place. Oh, I'm a different economic status. Who told you that? Women are women, and we are one. And the only way that we can succeed in life is for us to be one.
Powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful. And I really believe, again, you know, those that are watching, those that are connected to us, because I know, you know, the weight of it is just a lot. It's a lot, you know what, that's working against us, right? But when you're saying coming together, the connectivity, the collaboration, we can do so much more together. And I believe, again, those that are watching and connecting, like this is just the beginning. This is where we start. So you know what? We need one another. And I even learned that, and even during the pandemic and working with girls, you know, that isolation is one of the key, you know, the key devices, the key weapons that the enemy will use against us, right? But when we can come together, and I'm going through this, sis, I got this idea. What do you think about this? You know, and then you can take that. No, you should do it this way. Let's build this platform. Let's go this book. Let's put this in a book. Let's do this ebook. You know how we just, our creativity, our juices begin to flow, right? When we come in alignment, right? And it's no competition. And that's what the goal really is. Moms on a mission, you know, us working together, you know, the girl child civility, all of these things, it really is for unity. For collaboration, because we are stronger when we, you know, here, you know what I'm saying? You might break my finger, but it's going to be harder for you to get through and to penetrate, right? When we are like this, locked arms together. And that's what this is all about. That's what we have to do 2021. We ain't go through all this for nothing. we ain't survived this for nothing. We are here. Listen, the fact that you woke up this morning, the fact that you're connected, that you're watching, you're listening, there's purpose in you. There's destiny waiting for you. Like you said, there's people, there's lives hanging in the balance of you, what you've been through, you're going through, you being the cure. And we got to come together. We have to connect, right? And it's so important when we talk about the collaboration, because I know a lot of women will be watching, right? Even men, but I don't know how. everything around me is saying different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, you guys, y'all got it together. We know y'all doing this and that, but I don't know, because they can see and admire us, right? But they really don't know how to enter in, how to get started. What should I do? How do I move forward? And so, again, I want you to even just speak to that. So, if there's someone watching that, everything around me is saying different, but I still got a vision. God still put something in my heart. There's still a seed, and I still have hope. So what do I do now? What would be some of your advice at this point?
I love that question. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you 4 things to do. The first one is figure outable. And that's a word that I got from Mary Follier. And she shared her story of how her mom believed that everything was figure outable. She said when she was growing up and she lived with her mom, who was a single mom, and even when, she had to change things, that things were falling apart, her mom would get up on a stool, on a chair, and try to fix it. Women, we've got the power to do more. Stop feeling like a weak link. Listen, you can figure it out. You just need to spend time on yourself. If you feel like things are just kind of running out of control, spend some time, reflect, meditate, spend some quiet time with you. You practice gratitude. You can figure it out. Never ever think about the first thing that you're just running out of gas. Who told you that? You are able to give birth, excuse me. Have you seen a woman in the labor room saying, I can't push? No way. We try to push until the doctor says, no, ma'am, the baby is not coming out, and we'll take you somewhere else for a C-section. But you know what? We always try to do it. So that resilience lies inside of you. There's that power inside of you that you haven't tapped here. So everything around you is figure outable. So the second thing I'm going to leave with you is freedom. Sis, set yourself free. You might be the best at what you do, but be comfortable. Set yourself free. Stop feeling like a victim. Stop feeling like people have to validate you all the time. Even if you haven't gotten a voice yet, like I told you, you can be an echo. You can work with other women. You can collaborate. I'm here with my sister. We're working together on this project. We had Sister Eileen the other day. Set yourself free. Stop thinking that it has to be about you. If not, you cannot help somebody else. Set yourself free. Connect with like-minded people. Stop bearing grudges. Practice forgiveness. Set yourself free. That's the only way you can move to the top. And the third thing, sis, is fears. Oh, let me tell you, this new prototype of women, I told you, is here to disrupt women from feeling like a joke. It's here to disrupt women from feeling that they're not good enough. This new prototype will get you to do what? Move with so much audacity, because you know that you're meant for something more, and that your message, somebody needs it. You must be the first believer of what you do. Imagine going to a church and the pastor said to you, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. What are you going to do? You're like, whoo, oh my goodness, what kind of confidence? But you wait to listen to him. I bet you're going to wait before you run out. You're going to wait. You're like, did Jesus just show up? That's what you should do about your message. Be audacious about your message. Nobody needs to give you permission to be great. You need to be a woman on a mission, because a woman on a mission needs no permission. And the final thing, sis, is you must be feminine. That's our power. You still have to be poised. You still have to be graceful. You still have to be a good example of those around you. You don't need to fight nobody. Leadership or being a great woman is not about being masculine. Just be who you are. Just still be humble. Just love one another. Do unto others, practice the golden rule, because that's what women were created to do. So character development is so important. And those are the 4 things that I'll leave for you, sis. It's fears, freedom, figure outable, and be feminine. Over to you, my sis.
Whew. Those 4, the 4 F's. My goodness, thank you, Ellen, for putting these in the comments and sharing this. And I love leaving with the femininity.
Yeah.
You know, be who God's called you to be. You are a woman. You are graceful. You are beautiful. Like, you know what? I love that part because that's so empowering. You don't have to lose that. You know, this is so good in the fierce ring. Like, be comfortable with disrupting the norm. Like, you know what I'm saying? When we come in the room, things got to shift.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing the same no more because I'm here. We here. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that, and I feel that, and you know it too. Like, so I know it takes, you know, some getting used to for women to feel that, to understand that, right? And I think it's so beautiful that even I love these 4 P's because the powerful thing is that we both are working with even young women. Yes. And girls, and we can start with them even younger, right? So they get to learn these things. They get to learn the 4 F's, right? When they're 10, 12, right? So we have the ability to shift generations, right? And we cut that learning curve, right? So even our moms, we can now teach this to our children. So it's just so important. Our grandmothers, right? Godmommies, aunties, right? We can wipe out generational curses, right? And things that's been holding us down for years and years, passed down by just doing these 4 P's. It's so profound, so profound, so good. Figure outable. I love that. You know, all the time people come to me with issues right away. I'm like, there's a solution. Like, I don't know. I know you're giving me every reason why I can't work, but that figure outable, man, when we're talking about leadership and perspective, that is key. Everything is. You know what I mean? There is a solution to everything. There really, really is. This is good.
It is. And you know, Dr. Nana, even with figuring everything around you, you know, women have got to get used to spending time with themselves. Yeah. And that's even where, you know, self-love lies. Yeah. You have to be comfortable with doing that. Very little things, like just reflecting, just being quiet, practicing skin to skin, listening to music, and just thinking and just being appreciative of all the great things that are around you. Just for the fact that you saw today, you know, you and I have gone through some losses this period. For us to be here alive and strong, you know, we have to be thankful to God for that. So just be appreciative of the little things that are happening around you and just being present. Somehow, when you spend time with yourself, you ignite the power inside of you. You sure will.
So good. This was awesome. I mean, guys, if you're watching, you're listening, you're catching a replay, my goodness, this was good. Please make sure you comment. What are some of your takeaways? What are things that you learned from just this short bit of time today, right? Through this experience of having real talk, but also offering those real solutions. So I am grateful for those that have joined us today, those that took the time, you know, to listen in, and we both pray that this has really blessed you, but more importantly, it moved you to action. Okay, it's not with this time out for sitting, listen, that was good, girl, that blessed my heart, and go home tonight and go back and doing the same old thing. No, that's not what we want, Doc, right? We ain't come here for that. we came here to when you talked about that impact driven life, but it's to impact you and move you to change, move you to action, right? I think it's I think it's Dr. Betty Speaks, the actionator. Like, you know, we want to activate you and believe that tonight was just that. So Doc, I just want to make sure you let the folks know how to reach you, how to follow you, you know, on your social media, your platforms. You want to give them some closing words, because I know, look at the time.
Yes, absolutely. And this is so good, guys. I am on social media and all the right places. I am on Facebook, I'm on Google, I'm on LinkedIn, everywhere. It's Louisa Akaiso. And I would be glad and honored to connect with you. Like I shared with you, I am here to ignite. Listen, guys, if you think you're struggling, you feel like you're not good enough, you feel like, you know what, I don't think I'm in the right place, I don't think I'm doing the right thing, I am happy to work with you to help you connect those dots, get you to become visible and unlock that power to embrace your uniqueness, your flaws, but be on fire for an impact-driven life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Dr. Louisa Akaiso, our guest, she closed out the Women Winning with Excellence series. You know what? And you're going to have more from us. We're going to start some trainings and some series together. So stay tuned. If you really enjoyed and you were blessed by this, we will be back. We're going to be sharing some more platforms and some more trainings because, listen, leadership is just the beginning. Now it's time for us to have this access, to create this access and be the cure. And you're going to see us doing just that as we continue in 2021. So thank you so much, Dr. Louisa, for being here tonight. It was truly a blessing. So ladies, moms on a mission, blessed girls out there, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And as I told you, this is just the beginning. We are kicking off season 2, Real Talk, Real Solutions. This was just a sizzle. This was just a sizzle. The WWE is now this season, this series is wrapping up. And we've had some incredible women. So go back, watch the replays. Make sure you like the page and stay connected because more to come. All of these women are going to be continuing some training and some mentorship with the doctor. We're going to be working together as we move on in 2021. This was just a taste. So I'll be back next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going live. We'll be redoing our recordings, and we will continue on with what? Real Talk, Real Solutions with Dr. Anana Pfeiffer Darrell Holmes. So make sure you connect. You can go to ananapfeiffer.com, get connected. Just click the link and make sure that we connected. You'll get all the notifications of all the trainings, all the sessions and the series that will be coming. You don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it because like Dr. Louisa said, it's time for an impact-driven life. So listen, you know what I say. It's your Dr. Anana. It's time for you to be bold, be you, and be blessed, girl. Signing off till next time. God bless.